And tensions between Iran and the US have escalated sharply in the Strait of Hormuz yet again. In the latest, a US destroyer fired and seized an Iranian-flagged cargo ship in the Gulf of Oman. According to the US Central Command, the Iranian vessel Tuska was transiting the northern Arabian Sea and was en route to Iran's Bandar Abbas. It had been at sea reportedly for 8 days. CENTCOM says the vessel ignored multiple warnings over a 6-hour period given by the CENTCOM, leading US missile destroyer USS Spruance to fire at the Iranian vessel's engine room. CENTCOM also said US Marines boarded the vessel and the ship is now in US custody. However, Iranian media reports say that IRGC naval units responded to this shooting and even forced the US destroyer to retreat. Now, according to marine traffic data, the Tuska is a container ship which left Port Klang in Malaysia 8 days ago. According to Vessel Finder, the ship was headed to the Iranian port city of Bandar Abbas, as I mentioned earlier as well. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said that the Iranian vessel was attempting to breach the US naval blockade, forcing the US Navy to intercept the vessel and take it into its custody. Iran's military has vowed to respond against the US action. A spokesperson for the Iranian military's command center labeled the US action as armed piracy and vowed to retaliate soon. He also accused the US of violating the ceasefire, which has been in place since April 8th. As tensions escalate, Iran has rejected taking part in the second round of the peace talks with the US. Iranian state broadcaster IRIB cited Iranian sources as saying that Tehran has currently no plans to participate in the next round of Iran-US talks. Now, this comes after US President Trump said that new negotiations would take place in Pakistan. Trump also said that the US has offered a fair and reasonable deal, and if Iran rejects the deal, the US will knock out every single power plant and every single bridge in Iran. Reports say that the US naval blockade and what Tehran considers as unreasonable and unrealistic demands are among the chief reasons for its refusal to join the talks. The seizure of the Iranian cargo ship now has further complicated matters. Iran's ambassador to Pakistan, Reza Amiri Moghadam, articulated Tehran's position. The Iranian envoy accused the US of violating international law and insisting on unreasonable demands. Amid questions over the second round of talks on Sunday, Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held a telephone call with his Iranian counterpart, President Masoud Pezeshkian. According to a statement by the Prime Minister's office in Pakistan, Sharif and Pezeshkian discussed the current regional situation. Interestingly, the statement makes no mention of the second round of talks or a visit by the Iranian delegation. With Iran rejecting the second round of talks, thousands gathered in Tehran in support of the Iranian government, with many voicing a complete distrust towards US. Interestingly, on Sunday, Trump had reposted an old video on Truth Social showing Iranians drawing a graffiti on a wall which read, "President Trump, please help." The video was first shared by Trump at the beginning of the unrest in Iran.
We are not afraid of war. Even if not just one attack, but continuous attacks are carried out against our country, we will certainly move forward with greater strength and authority. But in my view, given the situation as it is developing, the United States and Israel have no option but to surrender to Iran's demands.